Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about She-Hulk Attorney at Law Episode 1. This is going to be my spoiler review for the episode. What did I think of it? So, this episode is practically an origin episode. It shows how Jennifer Walters, Bruce Banner's cousin, gets her powers with the help of Bruce Banner, of course, and answers quite a bit of questions that have been looming. Some jokey questions like, is Captain America a virgin or not? Or how did, Bruce manage to control himself? What was he doing during the blip? All that stuff. So let's get right into it. I love Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters. I thought she was so good. I think her and Mark Ruffalo have had great chemistry in this episode. That was really enjoyable to watch the back and forth between the two. And right away, she has this charm and charisma to her that I think you get instantly attracted to right away. And obviously, Jennifer Walters is not just some lawyer woman who is there to fight crime. Although she wants to do it that way, she wants to do it the normal way. Her cousin Bruce obviously is trying to convince her, your life is going to change whether you like it or not. And he is right. We do see at the very end of the episode that, okay, maybe she is going to have to use her powers to do the right thing once in a while. Yeah, I thought, as a first episode, I thought this episode was really great. It's hard to have a really good pilot. Sometimes there's shows where, like, you have to give the show a couple of episodes to really find its footing. The Marvel shows so far, in my opinion, have found their footing right in the first episodes, as far as I can remember. All the first episodes have been really good, a great strong start. Whether they stick to landing or not, we're going to have to find out. I think WandaVision and Loki were definitely shows that stuck to landing really well. And I'm hoping that She-Hulk will follow those two shows that will have a really strong landing. I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier's ending also. I thought that was a pretty strong ending. Miss Marvel was a good ending too. But like Hawkeye, I felt was one, and Moon Knight were two shows that had strong starts but maybe a weak finish. So hopefully, She-Hulk Attorney at Law will follow the footsteps of some of those other shows, have a stronger ending once we get there. But this is 9 episodes, so they have enough time to really get us into the story and really show us who this character is. And it will be interesting to see where it ends and how it ends. But I am already enjoying the journey that we have started off so far. I love the ongoing references to Steve Rogers and whether he was a virgin or not. And if you stick at the end of the credits, there is a definitive answer. So hopefully you guys, I won't ruin what the surprise is, but it was a really funny end credit scene. I laughed out loud. It was good. I loved it. So far, Bruce Banner is the only big character from the MCU that we have gotten so far. The other supporting characters that I guess they set up in the beginning, we don't really get to know them yet. So maybe in the next couple of episodes, we'll be learning about her supporting cast a little bit more, not just Bruce, because Bruce is already well known to us. But it made sense to start the show off with Bruce Banner being there as a supporting character and helping her get off her feet. And for MCU fans, I think you'll love that. We do get an explanation on why Bruce is in Hulk form a lot. And for those people that were a little worried, like, how come Bruce's arm is okay when we saw the trailers? They do explain why his arm heals in this episode because of the blood transfusion between the two of them. It allowed Bruce to heal his arm. So that's why Bruce's arm is okay here. Wherein, obviously, at the end of Endgame and even his little cameo in Shang Chi, his arm was still injured. Right. This episode shows right away this is how he heals his arm. So they didn't even waste any time showcasing that. They show it pretty quick. Other than that, look, I thought this episode was really enjoyable. And I don't see how anybody can hate the first episode. Uh, I mean, unless you don't like Smart Hulk, but I feel like Smart Hulk. I like Smart Hulk. It's Bruce Banner still, so if you like the character of Bruce Banner, you should love Smart Hulk. But I guess if people do want that Hulk smash version of the Hulk back, I don't know if we'll get that version back. Maybe eventually. I think one day Kevin Feige will say, "Okay, guys, it's time to bring back the Hulk smash version of the character back." Because I think I do see a lot of people wanting that version of the Hulk back. I think it will happen in a movie. I don't think it's going to happen in this series. I think this series should stay the course on what it is. And then in a movie, if we ever see Mark Ruffalo again down the road, I think that's where you bust out the original Hulk again and let Bruce say, you know what, maybe I do need that version of the Hulk. So we'll see. We'll see in time. Uh, Focusing on this episode, I am excited to see what's going to be coming up next. I really enjoyed this episode a lot. I think it was a lot of fun. And there's not really much more detail I can get into but than that. I do feel the ending was a little tacked on. In the courthouse scene at the end, where the villain just busts into the court. But I get it. This is the first episode. We're teasing what's coming up next, and it's going to be interesting to see what episode 2 offers. I know critics got to see the first 4 episodes of the series. I wish I was a critic that was invited, but I'm not a critic. I get it. I'm a fanboy, so Disney doesn't want to invite me, so that's cool. But look, I'm gonna talk about these episodes 1 week at a time. Tell me, guys, what are your thoughts on this episode? Did you really enjoy the episode like I did? Did you think it was okay, or is it not your cup of tea? There's no wrong answers, so let me know in the comments section below. And with that being said, I hope you guys liked this video. Please subscribe to my channel, especially if you're a huge fan of these Marvel movies and shows. I love the Marvel movies and shows. I love DC also. I love Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and all. I'm a big nerd boy. I even like Star Trek. It might not be my favorite franchise, but I get the appeal of it, and I do like a lot of the Star Trek things that are out there, like Picard. And I haven't been seeing any of the other newer Star Treks, but I should. I hear good things about it, especially Strange New World. So if you're a nerd like me, even if you're a nerd of some of the stuff, like Marvel and DC, you're going to get a lot of that on my channel. Star Wars, I'm planning on doing reviews for Andor as well when that show starts hitting. Movies, I haven't been seeing a lot of movies lately, but hopefully um, I'll get back on track with that soon. But with that being said, I'm just taking a little pullback. I'm taking a little break. I'm not rushing out to see things like I used to. I am gonna see Black Panther: Wakanda Forever because it's a Marvel movie and I gotta see it. And other than that, I'm taking it a little bit more easy, and that's why you're not seeing a lot more videos on my channel lately. I just don't want to, overdo it and kill myself. So not literally, but yeah. So with that being said, I think that's it, guys. Hope to see you next time. She-Hulk episode 2. Can't wait for it. Take care.